talked about how sometimes it can be hard to get up for games. I assume after a week off and the teams you're playing, easy to get up for this weekend, right?
Yeah, I don't think it will be for us because we've had obviously a couple days off and a couple of really good practices the past couple of days where they've been pretty intense and like you said, it's a pretty important game against Detroit. We haven't played them much this year, and we'd like to show that we proved to be higher in the standings than we really are.
It's a pretty big rivalry between the teams.
Yeah, I think everyone knows that. And it seems like, ever since I've got here, it seems to be growing and growing because obviously we're becoming a better team. And, what happened last year, and obviously they've won a cup since I've been here too. But, it's a lot of great players on both sides, a lot of skilled players, and usually every game's pretty close and usually pretty entertaining too. So, I think it'll be a fun game to get up for. Obviously, it's an afternoon game on a Saturday and a weekend. I'm sure their crowd will probably be into it, and we know we've had a couple days off here, so we got to play fast right away.
What does that do? Because you have an afternoon game, and then you basically got a morning game on Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit different, something you're not usually used to, but, if you're playing back-to-backs, usually you see them, at nighttime. But, I don't know. It's something, I guess it presents a new challenge for you, but I think it's pretty cool. It'll be fun. It's usually fun to play those afternoon games, and sometimes they seem to have a little bit more hype. So, I'm sure the United Center will be rocking on Sunday, obviously, against our opponent, the Flyers, and should be a pretty fun day. Hopefully we could get a win, and hopefully the Bears will too.
You've been on the other side of games and stuff like that, but for the Flyers, is there one chance? Do you think they're going to get up? Does it work that way for a revenge game? Do you think they care?
Yeah, I'm sure they care. Especially coming into the United Center, I'm sure the fans, for us, like I said, will be pretty jacked up, and I'm sure they'll. Sometimes you go on the road and you play, a pretty fun crowd. Sometimes it gets you jacked up too. So I'm sure they'll be pretty excited. Especially, you look at their team; they pretty much have a lot of the same players that were there last year, except for maybe their goaltender and a few other players. So I'm sure it's going to be a pretty entertaining game.
Has anybody solved the mystery of the missing puck there for Pronger?
I haven't heard much about it lately. I know there's a big question at the beginning of the year, and I even know some restaurants around Chicago are putting up some big money for it. So I don't know how you prove it's the real puck or not, but from what I heard, it hasn't really showed up.